get this guitar. Let me grab it real quick. This beauty here that you saw in the video where Mark Dunn was playing it. This belongs to Jonathon Brandt. I'm going to put the strap locks on here that I haven't done yet because I neglected to order black strap locks. Because these are the things that I forget to do that drive me crazy. So I bought a bunch of them this time and I'll have them around. And so I need to do that and just clean it up real good, you know, put the final polish on it and get this baby ready to go to Florida. So that's what we're going to do today. And I use this little thing here to hold guitars up when I'm working on the edges and stuff. It just slips down in there. It's really just 3 pieces of wood screwed together. And then I take and rubber band some clean washcloths on there to keep anything from scratching. So let me get that set up real quick. I need one more clean washcloth. If I have one, I think I do. This will work. This is perfect. I just throw some rubber bands around it and just holds it in place. Low-tech solution to a low-tech problem. And that just holds things up for me while I'm working on the edges like that. And see, that won't flip over. And obviously you always want to keep a hand on it because you never know. Just be careful with what you're doing. But what I want to do is measure up from here 2 1/8 of an inch and drill a hole and put these Jim Dunlop strap locks on there. This is what we use. And so I'm going to get set up to do that. And then I can put a little bit of wax on here, clean it up real good, get it in the case, and then I'm going to use a guitar shipping system that is made by Stewmac specifically for shipping guitars. So we're going to get that set up. We're going to get this thing ready to go to Florida. All right, so stand by. Let me get ready. We'll talk to you real soon. Hold on. This is always one of the last details. And I just measure up 2 1/8 from the neck, or 2. Actually, I do 2. And I find that little spot and put just a tiny little dot with the scratch all on there. And then I find the center, which I'm usually pretty close to with the little dot. And then I just drill that hole right there. And we're ready for the, hang on, where's my drill? Hold up. Okay. And then we can put the strap lock on there. That. Very simple. I like to put a little wax on my screw so that it goes in very easily, and I just use some of this guitar wax. It works great. Put a little bit of that on the screw just so it goes in nice and easy. And we're gonna put a little felt button on there. Let's get that set up. Whoa, whoa. Everything's not cooperating. It's been a long week already. It's, what, Tuesday? Crazy week. All kinds of wild stuff going on here. Just a touch of wax on there like that. Get things rolling. That's all it takes. And we just pull it up tight. That's one, and of course the other one goes on the end. And that one has already been pre-drilled. All we gotta do is put it in. Get this set up again. And all of our guitars come with these strap locks. So all you have to do is put the other part on your strap, these parts on your strap that you use for this guitar. Most guys use one strap for each guitar, you know, you have a certain strap that matches it or whatever. I always did anyway. I always do still. I have one strap for each guitar. So you just put your little locks on there, and if you keep using the same system on all your guitar, you can interchange your straps too if you really want to. And I've never really had any of these fail unless I didn't make sure they were secure before I stopped. This little piece here clicks in and it locks in once you click it in, all the way in. Wait a minute. There you go, sorry about that. So once you get it all the way in there, you know, you can't get it to pull out. See, that's locked in. Then you just push the button and it comes out. But you always want to check it and make sure that it's secure before you start rocking out and jumping around, right? Okay, so those strap locks are in. Let's put a final polish on this, get it in the case, and we'll get out the packaging for the shipping system, and I'll show you how all that stuff works, and we'll get this baby in the box, and we'll say goodbye, and we'll send it to Florida, all right? So stand by, let me get all that set up. Be right back. So I almost forgot this part. This is a little build sheet that we put in each case. And this just tells you, you know, what all is involved with the guitar. It's kind of like case candy, you know what I mean? We have another little brochure we put in there as well. So let me fill that out real quick before I forget and seal it up. This is model single cutaway. Let me move this out of the way here. There we go. Single cutaway. Serial number 050. We're shipping today, which is 6/27/2023. Color is Fireburst. Body woods are mahogany. Pickups are Seymour Duncan. String gauge is 10 through 46, and the weight is 8.2 pounds. My signature, that goes in the case, okay? It's kind of groovy, yeah? All right, get that in there. And the last thing we put in the case is this little hang tag that we made. If our guitars were hanging in stores, this would be hanging on it. We don't have guitars hanging in stores yet. Handcrafted in the good old USA. And that just gives you the warranty information. It's warranted to be free from defects in material and workmanship for life to the original retail purchaser. Original retail purchaser, subject to the limitations contained in this warranty. And I won't bore you with all that, but basically it says we'll take care of it if there's an issue with something that we did. If you jump off the stage and break the headstock off, we're gonna have to charge you to fix that. But we'd be glad to do it for you, okay? This goes in the case, warranty info, all that cool stuff, and then we'll polish this thing up and get it going. All right, back to the polishing. I like to use a very clean t-shirt, like this one right here, that's been washed a million times. It's very soft, you know, the good cotton ones. Get this out of the way. The shop is a very unorganized mess. And then we use I like to use this. Hold on, let me back you up. It's made by McGuire's. It's called Mirror Glaze, and it is a high-tech yellow wax. And you put it on, let it haze over, and then gently wipe it off, and it just puts a really nice clean wax sheen on everything, and it helps you know, keep moisture and dust off the guitar, especially moisture from sweat and all that cool stuff. We want to get all the dust from sitting around a little bit in the shop off of there. Make sure that's all gone. Whatever dust may be hanging around on the fretboard. Down inside here, like that. Make sure all that's gone. I take a very nice soft paper towel, like these here. These Bounty paper towels are really soft. And just put just a little bit of this wax on there. That. Rub that in some. And then we can just put a nice glaze of wax across the guitar. This guitar's already been cleaned. All we're doing now is just polishing it and putting a little bit of wax on it for maintenance. That still needs to haze over a little more. You can come back and just buff it off. Get any excess off. Top of the knobs. Okay, that looks good. Looking real good. All right, that gives you another chance to check everything out good. Looks good, sounds good. This baby is ready to go in the case. Let's get the case and put it in there. Gator case, and we'll be good to go. All of our guitars come with one of these. We got the stuff in there, stuff for the case in there. We got the strap locks. Okay. Make sure the case is clean. Put that baby down in there. Hold on one second. A little bit of wax right there. Right there. Okay. Put that down in there. Fits nice and snug down in there. So it'll be protected on the way to its new home, right? Looks good, I like it. That's the last time I'm gonna look at it until it gets to Florida. And maybe he'll send me pictures. Okay, that baby is in the case and ready to go. Strap locks are on. Comes with a nice big box. Ugh. And padding. A padding system. Like that. This one is for acoustic guitars, it says. But that's a big case. They didn't have any electric guitars, so I'm just going to use one for acoustic guitars because it'll be fine. Big old acoustic guitar case. That case there is big like an acoustic guitar anyway. It'll be all right. So we got one of these. This is where the neck goes in. Right there. Put this up, you don't need that. This is a top hat. We need a top hat. All right. One of those. And we need a bottom end cap. Like that. All right. Put the rest away real quick. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is get the box set up. I come in these giant boxes. And this box may be a little too big for the case. I may need to add some additional padding inside here. I'm going to find out right now. A little too big this way, I think. I think it's going to be okay because I can just add more padding. More padding isn't going to hurt anybody, is it? All right. So you just take that down just to get it in place here. I used to have one of those things, but I don't know where it is. Packing thing that holds the tape. No, I'm just going to do this. Just to kind of tack it together, keep it in place while I'm wrestling it around. And then we'll come back and tape it up real good when we're done. There we go. So, that's a nice big box. Okay, so you have these two bags that you have to fill up with air. One goes in the bottom of the case, and then your guitar case sits right in the middle of this bag. I'm going to blow one of these up. I got to get set up to do that. You got to get set up to do everything. And then there's another one that goes on the top. This goes in and goes around the neck of the guitar, so the guitar doesn't shift this way, you know, where the neck comes up through. And then another one of those bags goes down over top of it. That keeps it from shifting back and forth. So it's surrounded by air, and I'm definitely going to put some more padding there because I can see just from looking at the case thick. And got a couple of inches to spare. So I'll get this set up and then I'll buy some more bubble wrap or some of that white thin foam padding, put it on both sides, and then we'll be good to go. I thought I'd show you how this works. It works really well. I've used them before. I shipped one to Japan like this, didn't have any trouble at all. So it's a cool system if you ever want to ship your guitar anywhere or ship, you know, one on eBay or something like that. So hold on, let me get the air set up and we'll go from there. Okay, so each of the bags have arrows showing you which way the flow goes. So you want to start down here and just gently blow it up. You don't want to get crazy with the air pressure, obviously. Just give it a little bit of air. And there you go, that's your bottom cap. How cool is that, man? So now you have this little balloon down in the bottom of your case that your case sits down inside of. And it seals itself. If you drop this down inside there, push it down like that. And then we do the same thing for the top. Where's that? Here it is. This one's for the top. This is called a top hat. They have their own air compressor system for hand blowing them up and stuff, but this works fine. Just getting started is a little tricky, a little awkward. Once you get it going, you're good. That looks good. See, now that sits on top of the case. Now this system is expensive, but I mean, it was made specifically for shipping guitars. And it doesn't get much better than that. This sits, you know what I mean? I'd say that's pretty groovy. I'll put some extra padding inside there, but essentially this is what you do. That sits down inside there like that, down in the bag. This goes in, and this on the top of that. That lets that in. See where we're at? And then this goes inside there, on top of the cap. And that baby's locked in there. Now when I add some little bit of extra padding on the inside of the case, just to make sure the case don't get damaged, we close this baby up. We put an address on there. We take it to UPS. Second day air, see you later, bye. And your guitar arrives perfectly enshrined in cardboard and plastic. Recyclable, of course. Woo! So that's basically all there is to it. So you don't need to see me adding more bubble wrap. That's our shipping system. That's how well that works. It's a little bit of a struggle. I need a big table for doing shipping. Maybe someday, one day, we will have that. Right now, we're just trying to build guitars and stuff everywhere because that's the way a shop is supposed to be, right? Right. All right, that's it, guys. Kind of a long video, but I wanted to show you kind of the system that we used, how it works. In case you want to use it too, you're shipping a guitar. It's going to cost you a little bit of money to ship it. Pass that on to the customer, obviously, because you have to, because that's all part of doing business. And unless you want to do free shipping, but I think we all know that free shipping is just the price goes up somewhere down the line, right? Nothing's free, is it? Okay, you guys be cool. We'll see you next time. We got a bunch of cool stuff coming up. We got another build coming, a couple more cool builds coming up. Hold on, let me give you a sneak peek. This baby's coming. This is a 6-string with a Palfaro neck. We got a 7-string coming up. It's going to be very cool. Only has 2 strings. Nah, just making sure we got everything lined up. Okay, guys, we'll see you later. Peace. Take care of each other out there. Be good to each other out there. Work guitars. Bye now.